What's up, traders? Zach here from the Trading Network. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Sunday, which means it is time for yet another weekly market profile forecast for both the ES and NQ futures markets. For those of you guys new to the channel, first and foremost, welcome. What we do in these videos every Sunday evening is basically create a game plan and look at some major inflection points that I will be paying very close attention to moving forward into the coming week. And what we do is we look at the session profile, the weekly market profile, as well as the weekly candlestick charts. Sometimes we look at the daily as well, but basically this video will just give us a macro view and show you guys what I will be paying attention to and where I will be looking for trade opportunity in the week ahead. So what I have pulled up here is the NQ session profile, and what I will be looking for, most importantly, moving into tomorrow's regular trading hours session on the open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, is the reaction to Friday's profile. You can see currently we are trading right around Friday's low at 13,814, and Friday's high is all the way up at 13,929. So my thought is, depending on our reaction upon open tomorrow, of course, depending on where we open tomorrow in relation to Friday's profile, that will give us a great game plan and some great trade opportunity, very likely. What you can see here is that we have a naked point of control at 13,791.50, which is the POC from Thursday's regular trading hours session, and that is May 18th. So my thought is, if we firstly can't hold Friday's low at 814, very, very likely we get a pretty quick move down to tap this naked POC at 13,791. And if that doesn't hold, I'll be looking for a move to 13,754 and then lower into this area that we have Wednesday's high, Wednesday's value area high, and then the Wednesday into Thursday overnight high at 683.25 as well. And you can see we have Thursday's low at 13,652. So that is what I would be looking at on the downside as far as NQ goes. If we do get acceptance or we hold Friday's low at the very least, I will be looking for a move back up into value, which would be first and foremost a test of 833, Friday's value low. Then we've got 840 and 885 is the value high. Now you can see here we have Thursday's value high at 859 and then the Thursday into Friday overnight low at 877.50. So we will very likely be stair stepping our way up, obviously depending on where we open, right? So just to give you guys an example, if we open here, right, above value, for example, let's say we open tomorrow morning at 13.9K, right? Then I will basically be looking to see if we can break back into value. If we do break into value, then I'll look for a move, boom, to 877, 859, 840, 33, etc. Right? So it all depends where we open. And basically, I look at our closest, most recent, most relevant market profile levels and determine line in the sand levels, targets, trade opportunity, and things of that nature by doing that. So let's say that we open down here at 814. That is exactly what I will be looking at. I'll look for 814, Friday's low, to hold as the line in the sand. If not, very likely move into further downside targets. But if so, back up to these levels, right? You guys very likely will get this idea very quickly and understand how I'm doing this and how we're writing our trade plans on a daily basis. You know, it's not complicated by any means, but you got to get practice and you got to understand, you know, the implications of if certain levels hold and or break as resistance. So that would be my thought moving forward into tomorrow, is reaction to Friday's levels. We want to make sure that we are paying close attention to the reaction at these levels, not developing any sort of bias until we quite literally watch price come to those levels and how price reacts at them. So regardless of, you know, bearish or bullish PA tomorrow and throughout the week, we're going to have a ton of opportunity, because I will be talking about this in just a few minutes here. We have actually broken out of our range, especially on NQ. Yes, we did see a bit of downside, but value still printed moving up on Friday. So you can see value on Thursday, 754 to 859, and value on Friday, 885 down to 830, right? So when the value areas move up, that is basically the market's way of telling us that the larger time frame players, or overall larger time frame players in the market, are viewing a fair price to purchase this instrument at a gradually higher and higher price, right? That's bullish. That means if large players are willing to increasingly buy at higher prices just so they can get filled, that means that they think that price is going to continue to go higher. So that is a hint for you, my friends. Obviously, we got to, like I said, take things one level at a time, one day at a time. But this information, I mean, you can see, right? Value moved down and then it started to move up. Value overlapping here, and then value moving back up basically the entire week last week. That is bullish. So let's look at the NQ weekly profile, and you will see very, very similarly that this 929 level, obviously the yearly high on NQ, is going to be a very important line in the sand level. And I would say, furthermore, this value area high level as well at 13,806.50 is going to be an important line in the sand level. So if we can hold 806 or 13.8K really, I think it's very likely we get a move back to like 850-ish and then back up to 13.9, and to test this level here, last week's high, the regular trading hours high of 13,929. So if we break below 806, like I said, we could have some pretty fierce further downside, as we even have single prints on the weekly profile from 750 all the way down to 720. We also have another row of single prints from 13.7K, basically all the way down to 13,670. So these areas right here are essentially thin areas of liquidity. So if price breaks 750 to the downside, very likely we get another 30-point move to 720. And then if price chews through these double prints here, very likely we get further sell-off into 670. And then you can see we have more single prints on the weekly profile right here from 567 up to 601. So these are some major areas that I would highly suggest paying attention to if we do get a sell-off below 13.8K, especially below like 13,750-ish, right? If we break below 13,750, there's very likely, I mean, this could even be a quick short opportunity from 750 down to 720, and this could be a quick short opportunity from basically 693 down to 670. Now, of course, as I always say, we got to wait, we got to be patient, we got to watch and see how price reacts at these levels, but mark these zones off at the very least and just keep an eye on them and watch how price reacts to them. That is certainly what I will be paying attention to, especially on the downside. Now, once again, I want to point out that the weekly volume point of control on last week's weekly profile on NQ is at 13,850. So to the upside, that would be my first major target. And then I would really be looking at, well, let's see what we got here. 850. I really like 913 a lot as well. You can see that's Thursday's high and also the overnight POC from Thursday into Friday. So I would say like 850, 877, 885, and then 915. Those are some really good areas to look at on NQ. So with that said, let's look at ES. Very, very similar structure here. So similar, in fact, that we also have a naked POC from Thursday, 41.87 on ES. So we are very close to that right now, but keep in mind that naked POCs cannot be closed in the overnight session. So this will remain naked. Even if the overnight trades all the way down here, this point of control will remain naked, which means it has not been touched in a subsequent regular trading hour session since it has been formed, which means that we haven't been down to 41.87 since Thursday when that POC was created, right? And that is verified and shown by this profile that shows us that Friday's low is 41.91. Obviously didn't get down to the POC, and that is why these POCs are very important to pay attention to, because liquidity is gathered there, right? If this is the one single price where the most trading activity took place in this entire session, you better believe there's a lot of orders there, right? And price will gravitate towards dense areas of liquidity to absorb that liquidity and then move about its business, basically. So look for a move down to this naked POC if we are anywhere close to it in a regular trading hours session tomorrow, or really anywhere in the week. So downside, I'd be looking for firstly a move to 41.87. If we can't hold Friday's low, then I'd look for a move to 83.75, 179, 41.79, 41.72, 70, 64, 61. So boom, here are your downside targets if we break Friday's low. And if we hold Friday's low, then here are some upside targets. For example, if we open down here, if we open right where we are right now, just as a coincidence, then I'd be looking at 94.75, 42.0275, 42.07, 12, 15, etc. Right? So you see the pattern here. Basically, just watch for reaction. Whether this acts as support, look for a move up to here, 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 etc. Whether this breaks and holds as resistance, boom, here are your downside targets. Boom, 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 boom. See, it is not It is not complicated at all. It's actually like stupidly simple, so much that most people find it hard to believe that trading and making money consistently in the markets can be this simple, utilizing market profile, as long as you follow your plan. Now, speaking of following your plan, if you guys have not watched my video that I posted earlier today talking about my $35,000 losing day on Friday, I would highly suggest checking that out. Immensely valuable. I break down my mindset, how I get through a big losing day, and how taking losses and having days where you just don't necessarily follow your plan as well as you should happen. It's inevitable. And we just get better and better at dealing with those days as we gain more experience as traders. So definitely go check out that video. Again, I posted it today, and it is booming. A lot of great feedback already. So check that out. Leave some comments as well, and let me know what you think about that video. So with that said, let's pop over to the ES Weekly Profile. You can see that the ES Weekly Profile is a lot more balanced compared to NQ. So if I zoom out on NQ, look at this. Way above the prior week's profile, right? Prior week's profile, this is the week of May 8th, right? And then this is last week's profile. We're way above, we're above value. Now, look at ES. We are within value. We are much closer to previous levels from last week and the prior 3 weeks, right? So we have to make sure that we are focusing on things like this and understanding that we could very well come back down. I mean, we got a weekly naked POC down here, 40.77 1/4. Yeah, we got a long way to go. It's 120 points on ES, but anything can happen. And I think it's important to just keep that in mind and always stay prepared for anything to happen, always stay flexible. And as the great Mark Douglas says, it only takes one trader anywhere in the world to negate the outcome of any of our trades. Only one trader anywhere in the world to make one of our A+ setups not work. So keep that in mind. Anything can happen. Even if it's a beautiful setup, the best you've ever seen, might not work because there's somebody on the other side with a big order. So keep flexibility at the forefront of your trading and stay patient. You know, I wasn't patient on Friday, and I was up before I traded on Friday morning. Just to kind of talk about that video real quick again, I was up $106,000 on the month. I lost 35K, and I erased all of my profits for the entire week. Yes, I'm still up a good amount, but staying patient, waiting for your setups, following your plan, checking in with yourself consistently to remind yourself that you have a plan, and seeing if you're actually following it is so incredibly key. So please use this information to your advantage. Use our daily trade plans that we release for free every single day, Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern in our private Discord for obviously our private community members, and then we release it for free publicly 30 minutes after the open at 10 a.m. Eastern time as well. So please use these plans. Do not trade without a plan. You're gonna have a really bad time when it comes down to it. And that's why I make these videos, so you guys can at least have some idea, even if you're not, you know, super savvy with the profile or experienced with it at all. You can at the very least mark off these levels, watch and wait and see what happens. And if you watch and you wait long enough for even a few days or a week, you're going to start to see patterns of how price reacts to these levels, whether it's using them as support, breaking them, retesting them as resistance, and then moving down to the next level. They are so incredibly powerful. So please just spend a little time with these profile levels and see the opportunity that market profile can present to you guys. Okay, so now it is time to just check out some weekly candlestick charts real quick. This is what I've been talking about for months and months and months. Go back into the archives of all of my weekly market profile forecast videos for when we were here. I've been talking about this bullish divergence, the higher low, the subsequent higher lows, the higher highs, the change in behavior. We are about to break the highs potentially from August 2022, which will very likely get us substantial further upside moves. We have this swing high here from April 16th, 2021 at 14,376. I would be looking for a move there this week. If we do get a push above 14,000, 14.1K, I would also be looking for a move if we push above that level I was just talking about, 14,350. I'd be looking for a move closer to like 14.7K. And check this out. This is exactly why. So I'll just erase these. So look at this wick low here, right? Now look at this top of the candle body. You can see price on this weekly bar from April 2022, the week of April 17th, came up, could not retest, couldn't even touch that 14.7K level, and proceeded to move down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then, or I'm sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So we always want to pay attention to price structure. And this is what so many people miss out on, right? So many people were probably shorting down here and did not close their trade or even stop themselves out when we broke this prior swing high. This is a higher low compared to this, and this is a higher high compared to this. So after an entire year of making lower highs and lower lows on the weekly chart, we have now made one higher low, one higher high, two higher lows, two higher highs, arguably a third higher low, although I would like a deeper pullback if I'm being honest. And that we've obviously, made a third higher high because we have broken boom, 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 boom. So we are now, I would argue that if we break especially this 14.1 level and hold above it, get a little break and retest action, could take a bit because this is a weekly chart, but we are out of this macro range if we can hold above this. And that really opens up a lot of possibility for a lot more volatility, a lot more trending days, both uptrending and downtrending. But I mean, again, go back in the video and listen to me talk about the measured move, right? Yeah, again, could take a long time to play out, could take a couple years to play out, but this is a valid bull flag, and here's the measured move on it. Once again, I'm just going to keep showing you guys this, and it'll be fun to see if this plays out, how long it takes to play out, if it does. But measured move, I mean, if we're using some sort of time component, 597 days, but I am more looking at the price component, and this shows me that NQ has high probability potential, especially, once we break the prior all-time high, to move up to 20,650, right? So we got a long ways to go, but this is the same exact bull flag structure that I play on a 377 tick chart that I see the measured move play out, basically anywhere between like 80 and 150 points over and over again. I mean, it's such a high probability pattern if you take it in the right environment that's why I keep talking about this. And we've got it on ES as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let's pull this up. The structure is not as bullish as I continue to say, but it's not too far off, right? We really just need to break and hold above like 42.40 on ES. And if we can do that, very likely a move to 43.60. Very likely a move above that to 44.15-ish. And then, I'll probably be pulling up some older profile levels, but if we're just going off price structure here, like 45.40 above that. I like this area, this wick high, like 44.90, 45.40. So we got a lot of ground to cover on the upside if we do get continuation. Oscillators are a little inconclusive. You can see that they're kind of curling over here. But overall, I mean, I am only interested in, getting short when the oscillators are up here, getting long when the oscillators are down here. So this to me could just look like continuation structure to the upside for what it's worth. So let's just check out the oscillators here on NQ. Definitely a little bit more extended, but I would want to see like an actual curl and crossover of the oscillators in order to really be more inclined to say that higher probability leans towards downside. So I'm just going to go with the trend. I mean, yes, we are in a macro range, but looking at NQ, which is, my bread and butter, that's what I mainly trade. I mean, bulls are in control. Bulls have been in control, in my opinion, since January, basically, when we put in these lows. So that is my story. I am sticking to it, my friends. I hope that you enjoy this analysis. I hope that you can take value from it. Hope you use these levels and take some banger trades from them. So if you guys have any questions about any of the analysis that I have done in this video, or comments about any of the analysis I've done in this video, please feel free to drop them down below in the comments of this video. If you guys want to learn more about what we do here at The Trading Network, please check out our website, thetradingnetwork.io, where you can purchase access to our most popular offering, the TTN Pro Trader Bundle, which consists of lifetime access to our private Discord community, where we live stream our trading every single day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It is a two-way live stream, so you can join the live stream, turn on your microphone, ask myself and the TTN Pro team questions while we are trading live in real time. It also consists of the Fundamentals of Futures Trading course, where I teach multiple strategies for varying market conditions. That includes a trending, ranging, and reversal strategy. And last but not least, you get access to our proprietary indicator package, which includes a lot of the indicators that you have seen here in this video as well. If you guys have any questions about that stuff, feel free to email us at info@thetradingnetwork.io. I also offer all of those products standalone on our website, as well as one-on-one mentorship with me. If you are looking for a more tailored or catered experience, a one-on-one experience specifically catered to your strengths and weaknesses as a trader. If you guys have any questions, you know where to find us. You can shoot us a DM on Instagram as well at the.trading.network, and we will help any way we possibly can. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.